All right, we are working on Unit 1, Lesson 4. Turn to page 23 in your student activity book, and we will start solving division word problems in which the number of groups is unknown. So, your page does not look like mine. I know that. I have gone ahead and made a little key for you guys because I know division is scary and tough, and it's really not. So I just broke it up for us to make it easier. Okay, so number 1, Mark bought some bags of limes. There were 5 limes in each bag. He bought 15 limes altogether. How many bags did he buy? So let's underline. We know that there were 5 limes in each bag, and he had 15 altogether. So we know the total over here. We'll look at this. It's just a basic outline. So we multiply the number of groups by the group size to get the product. We've been doing that constantly, so you guys know how to do that. So we know the product, so let's write that into our equation. And we know the group size is 5. But what we don't know is this number. So get out your counting fingers and count to 15. 5, 10, 15. How many fingers do you have holding up? 3. So there were 3 limes, or there were 3 bags with 5 limes in each. Super easy, not that hard. So then let's go to number 2. There were 10 photographs on one wall of an art gallery. The photographs were in rows with 5 photographs in each row. How many rows were there? So using this model again, there were 10 photographs on the wall. The photographs were in rows with 5 photographs in each row. So how many rows? So we know that there were 10 photographs altogether. So we know our product. And I'm just kind of writing it backwards because it's easier for me, but you can write it however you want. You can draw these, the square, the circle, whatever, and just fill it in. Okay, and we know that there were 5 photographs in each row, so we just need to figure out what this number is. Okay, counting fingers, 5, 10. We have 2 fingers up, so 2 times 5 is 10. Okay, so let's move down. These problems we just solved can also be solved with multiplication or division equations. So here in this blue box, it shows you how, like, the breakdown of how each problem number 1 and problem number 2 can be solved with multiplication like we did and division. All you're doing is switching around these numbers, adding a divided by sign, and it's super, super easy to figure out. Pretty much division just undoes whatever multiplication did. So we can multiply to find the product. So 3 multiplied by 5 equals 15, the product. And we can also divide the product by one of the factors, the 3 or 5, in this case 5, to find the other factor if we don't know what it is. Yay, that's so cool. This will be so helpful for you for the rest of your life, I promise. So also, just like in multiplication, there were a few different ways to represent it. It's also the same for division. So there's this divided by sign. It's like a backslash. You see it on computers a lot, or one number above the other in a fraction. All of those mean divide. So let's move on to the next page in your student activity book. We are on page 24 now. So I went ahead and color-coded this blue box just to kind of help you remember what we did on the last page. So you can use equal shares drawings to help solve division problems. Then this right here, this top part, we're referring to problem number 1 on the other page. I just went ahead and copied it over here so that we can see it, but you still have it on your other page. So same problem with the limes in the bags. The problem we that was written on the other page was 15 divided by 5 equals 3. That's the division problem that solves this word problem. So we can also draw groups of 5 and connect them to the total. Count by 5s as you draw the groups. Stop when you reach 15, the total. Count how many groups you have. Or you can use your fingers to count 5, 10, 15. You have 3 fingers up. So we can find this number. You guys can look at that later. You can pause it, whatever you need to do. Same thing for the second problem. Pause it, look it over, fill it in your book, and then come back and we can work on the next problems. Okay, so for number 3, we are going to write an equation and solve the problem. I went ahead and copied these little equations to kind of help us. They're just like formats to help us remember what we were doing before and just, I don't know, help you guys out a little bit. So number 3, at a bake sale, Louisa bought a lemon square for 35 cents. If she paid only using nickels, how many nickels did she use? So we know that the product was 35 cents. And she paid using nickels. Well, a nickel is 5 cents. I sure hope you all know that. And so, how many nickels did she have to buy it? So all we have to do is, we know the product, 35, and we know the group size, 5. So we need to find this number. We can count by 5s to 35. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and we have 7 fingers held up. Or, using the same method, just switching it around, we know that there's 35, that the quotient was, or the product was 35. So we have 35, we divide the product by one of the factors, 5, and that equals 7. See, the division just undid what the multiplication did. The multiplication made 35. The division divides the 35 up into its 2 factors. Cool beans. Okay, number 4. Mr. Sue bought a sheet of 20 stamps. There were 5 stamps in each row. How many rows of stamps were there? So let's use this little thing. He had a sheet of 20 stamps. There were 5 stamps in each row. So we need to find the rows. So we know the product, which is 20. We know that there are 5 stamps in each row. So let's count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20. We have 4 fingers up. Super easy. If you just fill it in down here, it kind of just helps you relate it and figure it out. So we have 7 up here and 4 down here. Awesome. So let's continue on to the next page. We are on page 25 in the student activity book. Now, this is one of my favorite things about these student activity books. It's called Puzzled Penguin. You, my friends, are going to solve this on your own. So I want you to pause, work on the problem, fill in your answer in words, explain it to me, and then come back and we will work on the rest of this. Okay, welcome back. So we are going to find the unknown numbers. It looks like a lot in here, but it's not. So for number 6, here I'll draw the line so you can kind of see where just only one problem at a time. You can do that if it helps you too. Okay, so number 6, we have 20 divided by 5 equals what? Well, so we have the quotient divided by a dividend, and we need to know the dividend, and the divisor. My goodness, Miss Vervynck, you are so crazy. Okay, so let's think of it like this. I'm going to throw something out there. I have a $20 bill, and I want to cash it in and get 5s back. 5. How many $5 bills am I going to get for that $20 bill? So think about it like something like that. It's super easy if you think about it like that. So let's use our fingers, count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20. And we have 4 fingers up. And next to it, we have another problem, which is multiplication. So the multiplication equation to the right is a way to check that you have the right quotient. 4. So something times 5 equals 20. Okay, let's count to 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, we have 4 fingers up. Same thing. Let's move over here. Okay, so keep going on. We have 20 divided by 4 equals what? That's kind of tough, huh? So what you can do is you can draw pictures, you can do whatever you need to do. But if you look back over here, look, these numbers are the same. I wonder if it's probably the same. If we count by 5s, do you think we're going to get, or if we count by 5s 4 times, do you think it will equal 20? Yes. 5, 10, 15, 20. 5. So this is kind of helping you understand that division and multiplication go hand in hand. So I want you guys to pause the video, finish the rest of 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. I know it seems like a lot, but it's super easy. And then come back and we will continue. Okay, welcome back. So here's the answers. Pause it, check them, do what you got to do, and then we will move on to the next page. So now we are on page 26 of your student activity book, working on some word problems. Okay, so I went ahead and made these little guides to help us remember what we've been doing. So number 12, Aziz put 15 ice cubes in 5 glasses. He put the same number of ice cubes in each glass. How many ice cubes did he put in each glass? So we know the total is 15. Let's do the division first. And he put the same number of ice cubes in each, oh, whoops, Mr. Vervynck didn't underline, in 5 glasses. So, oops, Miss Vervynck messed up. Okay, just kidding. Erase that. We have 15 right here. We're going to take our total number and divide it by one of the factors to get our answer. 5, 10, we're going to count by 5s, obviously. 5, 10, 15. So, what's the answer? 3. We can also you can also solve it with multiplication first to kind of figure it out, but I would rather you try to do division first. So, we would do 3 times 5 equals 15. See, division just undoes what multiplication does. Awesome. So we have 3 ice cubes in each glass. Okay, number 13. Lori's uncle gave her 20 stickers. She put the same number of stickers on each of 5 folders. How many stickers did she put on each folder? We have 20 stickers. That's the total. So let's write it in. It's our product. And she put the same number of stickers on each of 5 folders. So how many stickers does each folder have? 20 divided by 5. 5, 10, 15, 20. We have 4 fingers up. So it is 4. Awesome. Number 14. Todd cut a board that measured 45 inches in length into 5 pieces. Each piece he cut measures the same number of inches. How many inches does each piece measure? So we have our product is 45. Oops, Miss Vervynck didn't underline. 45 inches into 5 pieces. So we're going to divide that 45 by 5 and count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. We have 9 fingers up. And don't forget, you can pause it anytime if I'm going fast, because I know I'm talking really fast right now. So we have 9 inches. Okay, and make sure you're writing what it is. Inches. I will look for that. This would be stickers. Yada yada. Okay. Number 15. Paige placed 35 books on 5 shelves. She placed the same number of books on each shelf. How many books did she place on each shelf? So we have 35 books and 5 shelves. So 35 is our product. 5 is one of our factors. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. 7 fingers up, boys and girls. So we have 7. All right, now pause it. Try number 16 and 17. 17 might be tough. If you don't get it, no big deal. We can work on it in class. And then come back and don't come back because we're going to be gone. And you can just check your answers in the morning. All right, kiddos. See you later.